this is very recent, and I think I must have passed it 3 or 4 times before Terry Lee said, well, look that one up, and I did, and I don't know whether it was pricing or what, but I have a focus. You help me focus my goals, and if you have a particular goal in mind and you have a good vision of what that is, it's easier to reach that because you know what you're looking for. I can even say, based on your direction and suggestions and strategy, when I had the second tenants coming into the side with a very large yard, I wrote into the lease agreement that I reserved the right to subdivide that yard, and I even delineated from this point to this point to this point. So I actually have, even with current tenants, I am able to subdivide that property and put in either an ADU or a tiny home, something like that.
If you hire a real estate broker or anybody, even a friend or mentor that is an investor that has no experience as a real estate investor, how do they help you go through an investment property addendum, the rent roll, the lease agreements, the P&Ls?
You are able to take a picture of the true potential of a property. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look how this pencils out. Let's look what we do if you did a little bit of rehab or something. And it's like, oh, you just open my eyes 6, 7 different ways. And that's what I enjoy about working with you. It's just, you always have multiple facets for any given thing. It's not just black and white, just do this, sign this. No, it's like, wow, we are really looking at what's going on.
I think those components is like part of that process is making sure that we always want to be operating at a high level, but we also want to be able to provide for our tenants. And I think that's a big part of real estate investing. If you don't have that component, it's just business, you feel obligated to always put on a face or a, personality.
I am a housing provider, and I take care of my tenants because they are my clients. You take care of your tenants, they take care of you. They're building your investment.
Here's the duplex. We purchased this.
I think it was August of 21.
21. So we're almost to 2 years.
Yep.
How's it been as a rental property for you?
It's been wonderful. I mean, I'm literally, based on how we structured the deal, the transaction, and how much I put down, this was literally buying $20,000 a year in income.
We always are looking at very conservative, very straightforward numbers that are going to make sense. So
I was buying income, and it worked out perfectly, and I thank you, Dan. If it looks like, smells like, sounds like real estate, an investment property, I just call Dan. Dan, I need a recommendation on this. I need some advice on that. And for years, there's never been a time that I stumped the champ. You are the champ.
every time my phone rings and it's Mike, I'm like, what's going on, Mike? And it's like, hey, I have a question. Or, hey, I needed somebody to do this for me. And I love those calls. It's not about the transaction just getting paid then. It's like you make a client for life and then a friend for life. So
absolutely.
I appreciate it.